Go.
Okay, we are here to talk a little bit about Garnica plywood. This is a new product for us for DSI. This is being imported from Spain. More importantly about the plywood, I want to concentrate on the core. This core is an Italian poplar. It's plantation grown. And what we're going to find out that's interesting about that is these trees are well maintained in their plantation where they're pruned regularly. So to minimize the size of the knots, by minimizing the size of the knots, we reduce the defects that are in the core material, also reducing the number of splices that they're going to use for the cross bands. End result, virtually void-free core. You will find some little voids here and there, but virtually void-free. So this makes a really interesting core to work with, and not to mention, it's 15% lighter. I look like a He-Man lifting this.
Oh.
All right, we are going to do some testing here on the Garnica plywood. I have an 8-inch stacked dado set in here. I'm going to take a plow or a rabbet in here and see what kind of results we get. Okay, this is a really fine cut. There's no splintering, no fuzziness on the cuts at all. Nice clean, crisp lines here. This is as nice of a joint that you could ask for.
Go.
Okay, now we ran a dado. Now we rabbit. We're going to try a dado here and see if we end up with similar results. This is superb. These cuts are clean, very keen edges. No fuzziness, no splintering. The face veneers have all lain down very flat, no chips whatsoever. This is really a nice core to work with. Okay, we did a rabbet joint and a dado joint using the stacked dado cutters. Now we're going to see what a router bit does. I just have a standard 3/4 straight shank router bit in here. If you were to use a spiral bit, I'm sure you'd end up with a little bit better results, but I like to simulate worst case scenario here. Okay, we ran the router bit on the Garnica plywood. As you can see, this is, again, every bit as nice as the stacked dado sets. Nice, clean, crisp lines. Superb cut here. No fuzziness. This is definitely a nice, very workable material. Okay, we did the test cuts on the plywood. Now I wanted to see what kind of screw holding power it has. Using the dado cut that I had, and just drilled some shank holes in here. And it's got some 1.5-inch screws, and let's see what this does. Definitely grabbing, sucking right in. Good screw holding power. Went right in. You can obviously hear it grinding a little bit. It's 3 screw holding power as well. Okay,
Go.
Okay, just want to test running some screws into the edge grain. This is just a, I think it's an 1 5/8 screw. I'm not going to pre-drill nothing. Back it out a little bit so I can get a hammer on there. I'm going to attempt to try to pull this out. This is going to be the official scientific test. Okay, there's a fair amount of resistance there. As you can see, the screw grabbed a lot of fiber. It definitely grabbed in there. I'd say that was successful. Okay, we tried to see what an 1 5/8 screw will do. Now, how about a 2 1/2? A little harder to get in, obviously a little longer. Let's see if I can get this back out. I have to put this in a wood vise. Hopefully I can get the screw out. Okay. Obviously I did a little bit of damage here pulling it back out. Got a lot of fibers on the screw. You can see how much material it grabbed and pulled material out with it. Definitely some screw holding power here. I'd say if I was to rate this, I would give it probably a 9 as far as screw holding power. Okay, last screw test we're going to do is simulate screwing 2 cabinets together. I know some plywoods out there, when guys try to run a screw in, it just doesn't have enough grabbing power, and it actually pulls the 2 pieces of plywood apart. So just got an 1 1/4 screw here. Obviously plenty of grab. Definitely suck down those 2 edges. Yeah, these ain't coming apart. Definitely both base grain and edge grain, plenty of screw holding power. I invite you to try to use the Garnica plywood. I think it's going to serve you in many different applications. Thank you for watching.